Hello and welcome to Sports News on Channels Television. Well, Nigeria's fine run at the Africa T20 Division 2 Championship has ended after losing by 3 wickets to Ghana. The Ghanaians scored 142 runs in 20 overs, losing 7 wickets, while Nigeria in the second innings scored 101 innings all out and 18 points, 4 overs. Up next for Nigeria is Seychelles, and captain of the team, Kunle Adegbola, believes they will be better in that encounter coming up tomorrow. From cricket, now we go back to soccer, where no Nigerian referees will be officiating when the 2014 African Women's Championship gets underway in Namibia in October. In the list of referees released by the Confederation of African Football, CAF, 27 referees were picked from 19 African countries to officiate in the 9th edition of the championship. 12 center referees and 15 assistant referees were named to handle matches at the 8-Nation Continental Championship scheduled to hold from October the 11th to the 25th. Zambia, Mali, Morocco, Ethiopia, Senegal, Kenya, Ghana, and Tunisia, which have 2 referees each, while Cameroon, Malawi, Cote d'Ivoire, Angola, Botswana, Uganda, Benin Republic, Madagascar, Egypt, Burkina Faso, and Togo have 1 referee each in the AWC. And the Super Falcons head coach Edwin Okon has defended the inclusion of veteran striker Pt.4 Nkwocha for next month's African Women's Championship holding in Namibia. Coach Okon says he needed the likes of Nkwocha, Stella Mbachu and Precious Dede to bolster the team with their experience and steel into the team. He, however, warned that all the 7 invited foreign-based players must report to camp early enough to fight for a place in the final 21-member squad for Namibia, adding that there will not be any automatic place for anyone in the team. And Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi insists his main focus and that of the players is qualifying for next year's African Cup of Nations, rather than focusing on the team's position in the monthly FIFA World Rankings. The African champions dropped 4 places downward to 37th in the world ratings, according to the September rankings. Keshi said the drop is imminent, and Nigeria will face Sudan home and away in October to relaunch their bid to defend the trophy they won 2 years ago in South Africa. And that's it on Sports News for tonight. Ijoma will be back in a moment.
We turn now to this worrying development on the foreign scene, where the French Foreign Ministry says a male citizen has been kidnapped in eastern Algeria. The man is reported to have been abducted in the restive northeast region of Kabylie. The ministry has also confirmed the authenticity of a video on the internet showing the man reading out a statement at gunpoint. Now, in the video, the man calls on French President François Hollande not to intervene in Iraq. Also today, Turkey has begun closing some of its border crossings with Syria after about 130,000 Kurdish refugees entered the country over the weekend. Here's Cynthia Are with more.
Well, that's right. The Kurdish refugees are fleeing in advance by Islamic State militants who seized swathes of Iraq and Syria in recent months. IS fighters are reported to be closing in on the Syrian town of Kobane, and the capture of that city, also known as Ain al-Arabon, would give the jihadists complete control of the area. Also today, Ukraine is preparing to withdraw heavy weaponry away from separatist rebel lines in the east. The 2 sides agreed on Saturday to set up a buffer zone in eastern Ukraine, more than a fortnight after a shaky ceasefire came into force. Then a 3-day curfew aimed at containing the Ebola outbreak in Sierra Leone has been declared a success by authorities. The wide-ranging curfew ended at midnight on Sunday and will not be extended.
Overall, the objective is being met. The families we went to opened their doors, welcomed the teams inside. The teams themselves communicated very clearly, and I think more importantly as well, they were able to answer questions. I think that's what was one of the most important things about this. The information was going in 2 ways. Instead of just people receiving broadcasts about Ebola, they were able to ask questions as well.
Finally, the Yemeni government and Shia Houthi rebels have signed an agreement aimed at ending the political crisis which has gripped the country for weeks. Under the deal, a new government will be formed, and Houthis and southern separatists will nominate a new prime minister within 3 days. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thanks a lot, Cynthia. Now, young music acts are doing big things in the Nigerian music industry, but R&B singer Dari Atalade has a word of encouragement for them. Here's Mayowa Ogundile with entertainment news.
Well, here are the trending entertainment stories. R&B singer Dari Atalade is excited about the crop of new making waves on the music scene, saying it makes it obvious that Nigeria is blessed with talents and he's got an advice for the new acts.
It's good. It's great for the industry. It's great for the business. That they're making waves. They're being popular. Our music is blowing, ridiculously all over the world. Yeah, but they must realize that all that glitters is not gold. They've got to realize that do some business. Even if it's buying and selling, import shoes and sell shoes. As simple as it seems, it gives you something to, some steady income. Because it's time to start thinking smart.
Still talking music, top Nigerian artist, songwriter Brimo is proving to his fans that he's still very much in the game by releasing his new single titled Femi. Tidens has also followed up the release of his latest single, Pt.4, with a video. The video, which dropped recently, features Young Six and was directed by Adasta Cookie. Now to the movies. Caught in the Act, a movie by award-winning director Elvis Chooks, will hit major cinemas in Nigeria soon. The movie, which stars Ghanaian-Nigerian actress Von Okoro, Bishop Ime and Beverly Osu, comes with its own twists and turns. And on the foreign scene, Hollywood actress and filmmaker Angelina Jolie has been hired to direct Africa, a feature film about conservationist Richard Leakey and his campaign against ivory poachers that threaten Africa's elephants. According to the actress, a deep connection to Africa and its culture for much of her life made her take the job. The film is Jolie's fourth directorial effort. And we shift focus to movie business, where The Maze Runner, a science fiction film, did great over the weekend, winning the weekend top slot in the United States and Canada, collecting over $32 million in ticket sales to outshine the Liam Neeson action flick A Walk Among the Tombstones. Neeson's film earned over $13 million. Comedy flick This Is Where I Leave You landed in the number 3 slot with nearly $12 million at the theaters. Maze Runner opened overseas on September 11, and global sales through Sunday totaled a little above $81 million. The movie, according to the distributor, cost $30 million to make. Well, that's it on entertainment news. Let's head back for the main news.
Thanks a lot, Mayowa. And the main news again. The Supreme Court of Nigeria today ruled that the Anambra State Governor, Willie Obiano, is the duly elected governor of the state, and jubilant supporters of Governor Obiano have been celebrating the victory. And private schools across the country resumed today as instructed by the federal government, while students in public schools look towards a later date for resumption. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for staying with us. And Ijoma Kunyato. Focus on Africa is up next. You have a good night.